Hello and all, welcome to another episode of MMA Vision Analysis. This one we're talking Tyron Woodley, his comments on the current welterweight champion. Woodley claims that Della Maddalena would not have been able to climb to the top in his era, Tyron Woodley's era that is. Is that the case? That's what we're here to talk about. Before getting started, make sure to like, subscribe, click that notification to get all of it is new from this channel, your channel, one and only MMA Vision Analysis. Tyron Woodley claims that Della Maddalena would not have been able to be a top fighter in his time. Let's say that's roughly about 10 years ago. If I'm not mistaken, Woodley won the title 2016. I want to say he knocked out Robbie Lawler to win the title. But really, Woodley fell from grace ever since really losing to Kamaru Usman. And then the Jake Paul fight just made things worse. It was embarrassing, to say the least. But there was a point where Tyron Woodley was looked at as probably one of the best pound-for-pound fighters on the planet. Obviously, things have moved on ever since. If I'm not mistaken, Woodley's close to 40 years old at this point. He's made some comments in regards to Della Maddalena, claims that the guy would not have been able to climb up to the top during his time. Is that the case? Well, you get Daniel Cormier saying that, fighters now are more complete than ever, right? But then you got a guy like Woodley claiming that, hey, you are basically not a top fighter in Woodley's eyes. So is it the case that fighters are better now, or is it that the welterweight division was better back then? Well, we have to look at this from an objective point of view, right? And we have to admit that, hey, during those times, yeah, there were top guys, the likes of, Tyron Woodley, and Robbie Lawler was a force to be reckoned with at some point. Obviously, during those times, I want to say that George St. Pierre was still around. Now, when we're talking about George St. Pierre, yeah, that's an exceptional fighter. But generally speaking, most fighters, especially in the welterweight division, right now one of the deepest divisions in the UFC, most fighters are just such complete specimens, in all honesty, to where I believe that the depth of talent currently is it's such a deep pool of talent. And not only that, you get, an endless array of different styles. During Woodley's times, yes, there were a couple of top guys, but generally speaking, the roster was not as deep as it is right now. Now, whether the top guys can compete in Woodley's era or not, it's impossible for us to know, but it is literally the case that fighters have gotten better, in the past 10 years. I mean, just ask Daniel Cormier. If you made it this far, appreciate you for sticking around. Please let me know what you think in the comments, like, subscribe for more.